Hi Flute Nerds, welcome to your masterclass. The topic this month is practice mindset, or how we mentally approach our practice. Throughout the month, I hope I can help you identify what mindsets are helping your practice and which mind games we play that are actually hindering it. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite ideas in practice psychology. It's an equation, which of course is very on brand for me, but it comes from the book The Inner Game of Music by Barry Green. If you haven't read this book yet, I cannot recommend it enough. But one of the key things that has stuck with me the most over the years is this simple equation. Your performance equals your potential minus interference. This little equation packs a big punch when it comes to how we approach our practice, and that's exactly what we're going to look at today. I'm going to explain what this equation actually means by breaking down all of the different elements of it, and then I'm going to talk about the science behind it. There is some genuinely fascinating brain stuff happening here. And finally, we're going to talk about what we can actually do about it in the practice room starting today. All right, let's dive in. Hey friends, this clip is part of a full-length masterclass which is available inside the Flute Nerd Lab. It's part of our Practice Mindset Blitz where we're spending all month looking at how we approach our practice. If you want the full masterclass as well as lots of other free resources, sign up for free in school today. Link is in the description. In the meantime, let's get back to this lovely little equation. The book this beautiful equation comes from is based on the methodology of Timothy Gallwey, who has written several books on the inner game, including his first one, The Inner Game of Tennis. Gallwey started out as a tennis coach who noticed something really strange about his students. When he stopped giving them technical instructions, when he just let them play and trust their bodies to figure it out, they actually improved faster. His big insight was this, that we have two selves operating when we play a sport. He called them self one and self two. Self one is critical and interfering. It contains all of our judgments and associations. Self two, on the other hand, is instinctive and physical. It contains our physical embodied experience and abilities. Self one loves to think it's helping you by telling you what you should and shouldn't do. But self two is actually the one who knows how to do the things. The problem that Gallwey noticed is that self one interferes with self two all the time. And the more self one talks, the worse a tennis player's performance gets. Great, but what does this have to do with us as musicians? It turns out quite a lot. Barry Green realized that performance in sport is very similar to performance in music, and that the inner game central equation works for us too. In the inner game approach, the goal is to reduce the interference and increase your potential, which will result in a better performance. Self two holds all of your potential and self one is your interference. So all of this refines our question from how do I get better to how do I get out of my own way? Let's take a closer look at this equation and break down each one of its parts, starting with performance. When we think of performance, often the first thing that pops into our head is a stage, a recital, an audience, perhaps an audition or an exam, places where our performance counts. And yes, these are all valid performances. But in the context of this equation, we can take performance to mean any moment that you are expressing yourself while playing. This includes traditional performances like a recital, recording yourself, your lesson, playing along with a backing track for your own enjoyment, and even what happens in your own practice room. Anytime you play something with meaning, that's a performance. And that matters because this equation isn't just about managing stage fright or preparing for concerts, auditions, or exams. It applies to your playing in general. This means that what we talk about today will be very important for every single one of you, whether you're planning a public performance anytime soon or not. Okay, so now let's look at the two things that determine our performance. In this equation, potential refers to your natural talent and abilities. It is everything you've already built with every hour of practice. From a neuroscience perspective, potential lives in your neural networks, or the physical pathways your brain has built through practice. The really reassuring thing here is that neuroplasticity research shows that these networks strengthen through deliberate practice over time. Your potential is real, it's physical, and it's not a fixed thing. You can always build more of it. Every time you practice intelligently, you are improving your potential. But now let's have a look at the factor that cuts into that potential. So what do we mean by interference? This essentially refers to anything that gets in the way of your potential. It can be internal or external, within or outside of your control, mental or physical. literally anything that can cause you to mess up. So let's go through some of the main culprits. If you found this video helpful and want to dig even deeper, the full masterclass is available inside the Flute Nerd Lab. In the lesson, we look at all the different kinds of interference, some practical strategies for actually reducing it, and how to start building better mental habits in the practice room starting today. Join the lab for free to access the full masterclass, this month's practice mindset walkthrough, weekly practice challenges, live Q&As, and a whole community of flute nerds who are there to cheer you on. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching and happy practicing!